I'm Braxton Keith. This is real life, real music, y'all.
Real life, real music radio. With your host, Kyle Hutton.
How y'all doing?
I think we've got them warmed up. For you.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
I know. I brought in one of my good buddies who's a big fan of yours, Cannon Brand, to open the show. You probably heard him a little bit up there in the
Sounded
green room.
good, didn't he, folks, huh? Yeah, give him a hand, y'all.
Well, Braxton, this is not your first time hanging out here with us at the Big Barn for one of these shows, so you kind of know what you're in store for. But before I start asking you questions and kind of winding you down the road of your career and what's going on, why don't you just pick a song you want to kick off with tonight?
Pick one, huh? That's pretty difficult.
Putting you on the spot already.
Boys, y'all want to do Honky Tonk Crime?
They're going to play rock, paper, scissors back here and figure out what they're going to start with.
Go ahead.
Thank y'all, folks.
Yeah. Man. Okay, let me just point out the obvious, Braxton. A lot is different since the last time we sat in here at Do-Si-Do and had conversations about your songs. And the first thing I'm going to point out is that last time you and I did this, it was just you and your acoustic guitar.
Yes, sir. Me, my acoustic guitar, and Jack.
Yeah. And now you got a whole slew of guys added to the roster playing with you tonight.
Yes, sir. The contraband behind me.
Yep. And I kind of noticed in that last song that you might have a little more trouble staying sitting down than we did last time.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, this is a honky-tonkin' time we're about to have up here, y'all.
Well, here's what I want to do. I want to not lose any of the honky-tonk.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, I can tell you got a lot of fans in here because a lot of people were singing along to every word of that last song. And so my job tonight is to make sure we don't lose any of the honky-tonk. But everybody in here that's a Braxton Keith fan walks out of here knowing a little something different than they do when they come to see you at a dance hall. You know what I mean? Because this is a different show.
Absolutely.
And as a songwriter, you and I have talked about this before, we don't always get that opportunity to talk about like why we wrote a song in the first place. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because at the dance hall, we got to just keep them moving and let everybody dance and have a good time. So I'm glad you brought all the guys with you because we get to hear the songs as you play them every night.
Yes, sir.
But we get to hear the stories too. So I'm going to ask you first about a song that I love that's one of your most recent singles, a song called Cozy. I wonder if you would tell us about that one and play that one for us.
I will. So, yeah, I wrote Cozy probably about 3.5 years ago. Well, let me rephrase that. I wrote the chorus to Cozy 3.5 years ago, and I posted it on TikTok, and everybody seemed to like it, and I thought it was pretty catchy. And man, it took me about 2.5 years to convince my management that we should go all in on this song. And boy, did I love how it turned out. I mean, it's one of my favorite songs now to play in the set. Every night, I love hearing the crowd sing it back to me is mainly why I like playing it. But yeah, Cozy was written about, I used to play this girl's birthday party, and I played it every year from when I first started, just acoustic, like nobody knew who I was. And every year this girl had a different boyfriend. But every year I was the singer playing the show, you know? And so it gave me a little bit of inspiration, and I sat down on the front porch one day at my house in San Angelo, Texas, and we wrote this song, and then we ended up taking it to one of my good buddies in Nashville and finishing out the verses with him. So this is one of my favorites. This one's Cozy, y'all.
One
a bag. She'd just get up and leave. But she was still thinking about me. Her eyes were open wide. I even got a wink. She might have been loving on you, but she said she'd leave you for me. Said she wouldn't pack a bag. She'd just get up and leave. I think we actually previewed that song for the first time on Real Life Real Music the last time I was here.
I think we did. So, yeah, man, and I love the studio version that you guys did of that. Tell us, okay, first off, I want to tell y'all this. This is one of the cool things that we didn't get to say last time, okay? So we're going to welcome Braxton one more time, and I'm going to give him an official introduction that they're not going to publicly announce until, what is today? Wednesday? They're not going to publicly announce it till Friday, okay? But because this show won't air until after that, I can say it now and not get in trouble. So, man, let me introduce you to Warner Records national recording artist, Braxton Keith.
Thank y'all.
You got you a major label record deal, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank y'all. Yeah, we got a lot of new music up and coming. All y'all keep your eyes peeled. We'll talk about it more later, though.
Yeah, we're going to actually, anybody want to get a sneak peek of some of what's going to come out on that record? Okay, we will. All right, but for now, let's. I want to go backwards in time just a little bit, because I think one of the things when I first met you that really caught my attention was the fact that you're such a young guy, but I could tell some of your influences were really, really deep retro country guys like Marty Robbins. And tell us a little bit about how you crafted your style. You know, some of the stuff you were listening to when you were a kid, when you were learning how to sing.
Yeah, so I was listening to a lot of Elton John as a kid. I was a piano player from when I was in kindergarten. I played for 12 years, so that was what I really wanted to do, was be a rock star on the piano. And I ended up quitting piano because my teacher just wanted me to learn a bunch of theory. And I wanted to learn Crocodile Rock, you know? And so I started picking up the guitar, and about the time that I started picking up the guitar is when country music was really introduced to me. My dad listens to a little bit of country music, but my mom hates country music. And she thinks it's all just sad stuff. So she doesn't like it very much. I never listened to old school country music at the house. But my grandparents had a bunch of vinyls. And so I would go over to my grandparents' house and I would listen to all the old vinyls. And my grandpa's favorite is Carroll County Accident. Mm. And so we'd sit there and listen to that on repeat. And I fell in love with the storytelling that those guys could do. And the way that they could describe things. I mean, Merle Haggard being one of the best. And we talk about that all the time, is he just said it so plainly, you know? He just told you. And it was kind of cool. I mean, and I thought some of that had been lost in the current country music that we have, and I want to introduce that to younger kids again.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. You did that in a phenomenal way. So, okay, just real quick, I want to remind everybody that if your neighbor can hear you talking, we can too. And everyone in Tennessee and San Luis Obispo, California will hear you on the recording as well. So do me a favor. I get to be that guy all night that says, shh. But for the sake of your neighbors and for everyone listening to the program, please be courteous.
Thank you.
Cold Hard Steel and Sand.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
that is a great song. And it's like somebody dropped you back in 1950 country music.
That one is one of my favorite songs. So I just started writing at the time. I'd opened up for Jake Worthington in New Braunfels somewhere, and he came up to me and said, "Boy, you got to be a sponge. You got to soak it all up. Be a sponge. Don't write any shitty songs." I said, all right. So I started writing with people that knew a lot more than me, because at that time, every song that I wrote I thought was good. Very incorrect. And so I went and met with this gentleman named Charlie Stout out of Lubbock, Texas. And I fell in love with Charlie's style of writing. But not only that, I fell in love with how honest he was. He's just dead honest. I played 6 seconds of a song to him, and he's like, "Never want to hear that again. Throw it away." Yes, sir, right? I mean, and I respect that out of somebody who can tell me straight up. So we sat there in Turkey, Texas, home of Bob Wills, at the Boot Shop. That's been abandoned for over 100 years now. And we sat there for 12 and a half hours, and through a case of a 30 rack of Coors Light, we got Cold Hard Steel and Sand, man. It's one of my favorite songs. It's about my hometown of Midland, Texas. And it's kind of our take on how the oil field came to be. And it demonizes the oil field a little bit, because all of my friends growing up immediately went from high school to the oil field. I mean, how could you not?
Yeah.
And it's something that just, I mean, all of those friends that I have still work in the oil field today, and it grabs a hold of you and it doesn't let go. So I was thankful enough to get out of there unharmed. But this one right here is my favorite, man. This one's called Cold Hard Steel and Sand, y'all. When the wind blows through this desert, it moans a desperate howl. The sound warn of a coming storm from deep within the ground, calling out to every shadow, this dry and thirsty land. Blood and bone, dust and stone, cold hard steel and sand. Halfway between Fort Worth and El Paso, west of Big Spring, Big Lake, lies a place upon our planet where old Satan's army landed, thrown down to earth from heaven's holy grave. 1/3 of all the angels glowed their bones upon the basin, blood soaked into the stone, thick and black. They gave us fame, wealth, and power, and it's pumped out by the hour. If you take it, son, there ain't no turning back. Santa Rita #1, blocking out the evening sun. Sound of thunder booming under sand. People who came from far and wide to watch it rain down from the sky, drilling deep beneath the reach of mortal man. those he did mourn when that sacred veil was torn. Lifeblood pumped from planetary crust. Light petroleum below from the Permian below. And the buildings made of stone rose up from dust. Made of cold hard steel, rusting in the open fields where the pump jacks used to bow their heads and pray. In the light of every rising sun, here on earth thy will be done, as it is in heaven every day. Spirits roam this barren land, disguised as blowing desert sand, carried on the western prairie wind, waiting for the lightning flash, the rising smoke, smell of ash, crash of thunder underground again. When the wind blows through this desert, it moans a desperate howl, a sound to warn of a coming storm from deep within the ground, calling out to every shadow of this dry and thirsty land. Blood and bone, dust and stone. Cold hard steel and sand. Thank y'all, thank y'all.
Yeah. Okay, so since you brought up Charlie, then I'm going to bring up one of my favorite songs because you brought her up too, and that's your mama.
That's right.
I mean, any self-respecting country music young man like yourself has to write a song for his mama, and you wrote one called Mama Song.
I did, and I like this song a lot because, again, my mom doesn't like country music, but I like to see my mom cry into sad country songs, you know?
Surely her taste has changed a little bit now that you're doing what you're doing.
I would say so. Her favorite country artist has always been Keith Urban. Since the beginning of time, I can remember her talking about Keith Urban. But none of the other guys. Her dad listened to all that stuff, and so she associates that with the bad memories of bad times, I guess. Yeah. And I don't know. I couldn't disagree more. But this one right here, I wrote for my mama, y'all. I don't usually play this one, so I think the boys will just kind of fall in if they want to. But I usually just play this acoustic. This one's for my mama. She was born on the plains where the wide open range rises up to the edge of the sky, where the tumbleweeds roll and the buffalo roam and the coyotes howl through the night. When she turned 17, she was rodeo queen, but she never did turn to the crown. 'Cause them tall city lights on those West Texas nights kept calling her closer to town. She was raised up on Willie, Waylon, and Joan. She never did learn to love sad country songs. She dreamed of starting a family, building a home. to college, worked hard and earned her degree. She met her a doctor from out in Fort Stockton, got married, and she had me. I grew up not knowing the road and not knowing the ride. No horse and no saddle, and no hat and no cattle, no breathing in smoke from no hot branding fire. I learned about Willie, Waylon, and Jones. I learned how to play all them sad country songs, 'cause my heroes have always been cowboys. Mama tried, my mama tried. So I sit on this stage, pick on this guitar and sing. Been driving around to every small town in a bus that just got new AC. And I hope and I pray every day I make my mama proud. Hell, singing these sad country songs for a do-si-do crowd. I sing about Willie, Waylon, and Jones. I teach all you sinners them sad country songs, 'cause my heroes have always been cowboys. My mama tried, my mama tried. And mamas, please let your babies grow up to be
Anybody else got goosebumps? That's a great song. That is a
Thank
great
you.
song, man.
We wrote that one in Lubbock, Texas, on the stage of the Blue Light at like lunchtime one day.
I remember you telling us that story.
I love that song, man. That's a cool song. The craziest part about it is that I wrote that with Charlie, and he'd never met my mom. He still has not met my mom, you know. So it's a cool song, I guess, for Charlie. Write about somebody he's never met.
That is funny. Okay, so I want to point out, we talked about the band behind you, and I want you to introduce those guys in a minute. But the band behind you, but the crowd in front of you is different than last time we did Real Life Real Music. I don't remember exactly how many people we had in here, but what I want to tell you is that it has been a long time since we've sold every seat in Do-Si-Do on a Wednesday night and had a waiting list. In fact, the last time we did it was the last time Cody Johnson did this show with me.
Damn, that's cool.
And so, congratulations on...
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming out here. I appreciate all of y'all.
Yeah, congratulations on what's happening in your career right now.
Thank you.
And I think it's because of songs like those last couple of songs and the new ones that you're putting out that people are paying their hard-earned money to come sit down and listen to you sing, man. And so we're just glad we get to have a front row seat to watching what's happening with your career. So tell us a little bit more about what it means now for you to be on the Warner record label, and what's happening with this new record that's about to come out.
Yeah, so we've got an EP that nobody knows about yet, about to come out here in the next 60 days, I'll give you. 60 days, we got an EP coming out. And we got 2 singles coming out first, and then a 5-song EP, and then we'll have a single after that in November and a single in December, leading up to an LP in the spring. So we've got a lot of new music coming. Probably a good 25 songs coming your way before 2026.
Wow, that's awesome.
absolutely.
awesome.
We've been working real hard, and really being up there in Nashville has connected me with a lot more songwriters to be able to do way more. So it's been really fun.
Tell us about one of the new ones that we can listen to already on streaming platforms, and that's Lonely as a Lone Star.
Oh, good Lord. Lonely as a Lone Star. I did not even write this song. I had a buddy of mine, his name is Zach Meadows, come and open for me at my sold-out Green Hall show a couple years back. And he had never been to Texas. He is from Florida. And on the way into Texas, he wrote a song called Lonely as a Lone Star. And he showed it to me when he got there, and I was like, I mean, that is just country gold. You know? It don't get no countryer than that. And so we had to cut it. We absolutely had to. It's one of my favorite ones to play. I like watching the dancers and stuff, and it's cool to see, like, my favorite part is, you know, I see, like, kids bring their parents and stuff to the shows, and they get it. But, like, once you hit with that old school, they poke their heads up real quick, and they start looking around. They're like, what the heck? So it's one of my favorite songs to play, but they all are. This is Lonely as a Lone Star, y'all.
Western country music by the way of Texas two-step, singing songs in honky-tonks in barrooms. Yeah, it's all the same wherever I go, San Antonio, old El Paso, where the road, for all I know, could leave me missing you. I'm wasting time wishing you hold me to be in your arms. I love you only. I'm as lonely as the lone star. And every night I pour my heart out on the stage to folks who talk loud anyways, but I take home my weight in booze. And every song I sing reminds me of the girl I left behind me in my world. Well, it turned a neon shade of blue. I'm wasting time wishing you could hold me to be in your arms. I love you only. I'm as lonely as a lone star. Come on, boy. Western country music by the way of Texas two-step, singing songs in honky-tonks and barrooms. It's all the same wherever I go, San Antonio, on El Paso, where the road, for all I know, could lead me back to you. I'm wasting time wishing you could hold me to be in your arms. I love you only. I'm as lonely as the lone star. I love you only. I'm as lonely as the lone star.
That's honky-tonk music.
That's
right
tonking right there.
there. Goodness. Okay, so I want to ask you about another one that you didn't write that's about as honky-tonk as you get too. And you know how to pick songs from some good writers. Honky Tonk City.
I knew you were going to say that. That one's my favorite too. And I'll tell you the craziest part about that. That's and you know, Chris Stapleton Ronnie Dunn and Terry McBride write. And the scariest thing you've ever heard in your entire life, folks, is literally listening to a demo that you're trying to cut and it's Chris Stapleton singing it. It's like, why do I even try? Let this guy sing it. But it was honky tonk as hell, and it was from 10 years before. They'd written it in 2011, I believe, which is pretty close to around the year country music died. And so they weren't cutting real deep country songs like that at that time. So I got lucky enough that it got passed over for as many years as it did. And Alan Jackson ended up cutting it. And then we ended up cutting it too, and it's one of my favorites.
You want to play that one?
Give her a go, boys.
It's off down the road. It ain't hard to find, but it ain't on the map. Take you a turn and the tall corn grows. Out in the country, boy, that's where it's at. Beer is ice cold, the jukebox never quits. Drinking down an endless string of hillbilly hits. Drinks on the house, 24/7. Good God Almighty, done died and gone to heaven. Women wall to wall, they're all pretty. Hey, time in Okie Tonk City. There's swinging doors everywhere you go. We got trouble buying bottle, fun on tap. Streets run boot high with Cuervo gold to a sea of bleach blondes and cowboy hats. Beer is ice cold, the jukebox never quits. Drinking down an endless string of hillbilly hits. Drinks on the house, 24/7. Good God Almighty, done died and gone to heaven. Women wall to wall, you're all pretty. Hey, it's on with party time in Okie Tonk City. Beer is ice cold, the jukebox never quits. Drinking down an endless string of hillbilly hits. Drinks on the house, 24/7. Good God Almighty, done died and gone to heaven. Women wall to wall, hell, they're all pretty. Hey, it's on with party time in Okie Tonk City. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do something before the end of the show. I got a few of these show posters left over that Braxton has signed. So here's the deal, okay? Some of our media people out here on the cameras are going to watch the Instagram page. And if you go to Real Life Songwriter Series, follow the page and post a story about tonight, okay? How much fun you're having. Then my team is going to text me some names of people, and I've got 3, folks. Team, I got 3 of these posters. So, Instagram stories, follow Real Life Songwriter Series, and post a story about tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Before I forget, because I'll get in trouble, I need you to do a liner for the radio show.
Absolutely.
So this is Braxton Keith, and this is Real Life, Real Music. Okay.
Absolutely.
Unless you want to impress your mom, then you can say, this is Keith Urban, and this is Real Life, Real Music. No, I'm just kidding.
Which camera you want me to look at? Does it matter?
Which one do you want him to look at?
This one right here?
Right
Gotcha.
there. And then wait, I need y'all to go absolutely nuts for about 4 minutes, and then I'm going to cut us. No, I'm just kidding. It won't be that long. When I go like this, we're done.
I'm Braxton Keith. This is real life, real music, y'all. Thank y'all.
That was perfect. Did we get that? Okay, we're good.
He wasn't rolling.
Wasn't rolling. The bad news is we haven't been recording. No. All right, so you want to play us something new that we have not heard yet?
Let me see.
Blue? Or should I just play him Chasing Down?
All right, the band doesn't know this one yet, but I'll play this for y'all. This is going to be one of the first singles that comes out, so this is coming out here really soon. This one's called Chase You Down, y'all. I saw your bags back by the door and helped you load them in that 99 Ford. Tears were streaming from her eyes when you turned around and whispered goodbye. I could have put my truck in drive, caught up with you and changed your mind. But as long as Kentucky's making bourbon, Jack is back in old Tennessee. You ain't too far gone if there's Cuervo down in Dallas, waiting on a broken heart like me. I watched those goodbye tail lights fading on out of town. But as long as there's a bottle of something somewhere around, I can always chase you down. I'll find a bar, I'll find a stool, I'll find a bottle I can crawl into. About the time that bottle's empty, you'll reappear sitting right here with me, and I'll stay till closing time. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. And as long as Kentucky's making bourbon, Jack is back in old Tennessee. You ain't too far gone if there's Cuervo down in Dallas, waiting on a broken heart like me. I watch those goodbye tail lights fading on out of town. But as long as there's a bottle of something somewhere around, I can always chase you down. I can always chase you down. It's called Chase You Down. I'm not sure exactly if that's coming out first or second, but this stays between us, all right?
That is country music right there. What a great hook.
Thank you.
I love that. Okay, let's go back to your very first project that you released.
Yeah.
The title cut, Make Up Your Mind.
Make Up Your Mind.
Tell us about that one and play that one for us.
Man, I wrote this in my house in San Angelo in the shower one day. I was sitting in the shower and I was thinking about some different options I had at the time. There was this girl that I was talking to, and she was a horse trainer.
Was she in the shower?
She was not in the shower.
Okay. Sorry. Just checking.
She was in the shower on my mind, you know? And she was trying to decide whether or not she wanted to move away, far away, and train horses the rest of her life in the middle of nowhere, or get a real job and stay in San Angelo. And so I wrote this song, Make Up Your Mind. Goes pretty good, I guess.
first thing that I see is your name and number staring back at me. You keep asking me to come see you. Why should I do that after you just said we're through? And I don't know if I should go or if I should turn around. Love of my life or a waste of my time, that's what I've got to figure out. 'Cause I'm head over heels and I'm falling for you, and I need to know that you feel the same. 'Cause my heart's on the line, I want you to be all mine. I ain't playing that stupid game. Baby, I'm begging you, please make up your mind. I still can't believe you said we're through. We were supposed to stand together and say I do. Where's that whiskey? 'Cause I could use a bottle or two. Whatever it takes me to get the hell over you. And I don't know if I should go or if I should turn around. Love of my life or a waste of my time, that's what I've got to figure out. 'Cause I'm head over heels and I'm falling for you, and I need to know that you feel the same. 'Cause my heart's on the line, I want you to be all mine. I ain't playing that stupid game. Baby, I'm begging you, please make up your mind. And I don't know if I should go or if I should turn around. Love of my life or a waste of my time, that's what I've got to figure out. 'Cause I'm head over heels and I'm falling for you, and I need to know that you feel the same. 'Cause my heart's on the line, I want you to be all mine. I ain't playing that stupid game. Baby, I'm begging you, please. Baby, I'm begging you, please. Baby, I'm begging you, please make up your mind.
Come on. Yeah, I'd actually recorded that one in Lubbock, Texas.
Okay.
And I took about 10 songs to the studio. And that was my least favorite one out of all 10. And I played them for the producer, and that was his favorite one out of all 10. So we compromised and went with his favorite. And I was thankful that I did, though. I guess I didn't know what I was talking about. And that was the song that started it all.
Yeah. And who produced that record for you?
Scott Ferris at Amusement Park Studios.
Oh, yeah. Old Scott. If you don't know Scott, he's helped little bands like Flatland Cavalry and,
Oh, yeah.
just did the latest Robert Earl Keen record.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Like, he's amazing. That's cool, man. Amusement
Park Records.
Studio.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
they're in Lubbock. That's cool. Okay, so are y'all doing okay out there? Is everybody having a good time so far? Okay. I'm going to give away some posters pretty soon, so keep posting those Instagram stories. That's really cool. All right, so, man, what do I want to ask you next? When do you remember writing your first song?
I don't remember writing my first song, but I remember writing one of my first songs, like second or third song.
Okay. How old were you when you started writing?
about 7.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I was writing a bunch of love songs. I had no idea what love was. But I was writing a lot of love songs because that's what I'd heard. And I was always writing on the piano. In fact, I didn't start writing on the guitar until I was 18, 19.
Okay.
But yeah, I would get up late at night when I couldn't sleep. And that was kind of God's way of telling me to write, I guess. That's at least what I thought. If I couldn't sleep, I was like, well, got to write a song.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd go in my bathroom and sit there with my keyboard and pick it out till we figured it out. But yeah, I remember pretty close to one of my first songs. And I remember playing it at the talent shows and stuff at school.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
You want to play that one for us?
No, absolutely not.
Hey, I tried, folks. I wanted to hear 7-year-old Braxton Keith play a song. I thought that would be kind of cool.
I'll tell you what. If you want to hear 7-year-old Braxton Keith play a song, you go to YouTube and you look up Braxton Wilkerson. Shocker, shoot. And you'll actually see a lot of videos of me playing piano and singing as a little kid, yeah.
All right.
Nobody knows that, though. This tape's between us, all right?
Somebody look that up and put it in a story right now so that we all have the link to it and we can all find it, okay? Braxton Wilkerson. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
All right. There you go. All right. So, okay, there's so many songs I want to ask you about. But you're going back and forth to Nashville a lot now, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been spending about almost every other week in Nashville writing. Just trying to get my foot in the door with the writers there, because it's you got to hone that sword.
Yeah.
And you got to stay on top of it, really.
So Under Them Neons.
Ooh. Under Them Neons.
Tell us the story behind that one and play that for us.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't remember writing this song, but I will tell you, we were in the studio and Alex is one of my producers. He's also my manager. And I remember him hitting the switch and telling me, it's under those neons. And I said, no, it's under them neons. And he said, why? Why would you say them? And I said, well, because my uncle used to say them there all the time. Like, go get them their boots or whatever. And I was like, that's country. That's cool with me, you know? So we called it Under Them Neons, y'all. And this one came out, I don't know, I guess a couple months ago. And it's a cool one to sing. I like hearing y'all sing it too. Y'all sing it if you know it.
She's simple, don't need much, but she's impossible to read. At the right place, at the right time, I know exactly what she needs. She don't need a drink, there ain't nothing I could say. Best be good and ready when Whitley starts to play. Under them neons, you know she'll be on those patch hardwood floors with dusted up boards, spinning all night long. And under them neons, if the band plays the right song, there's a real decent chance she'll be looking for a dance. Under them neons, we've danced around it a few times, and that's the only time I got close. I hope tonight when this song ends, she'll say, baby, don't let me go. She don't need pickup lines like every guy who's tried before. Just gotta take her hand and lead her out on that floor. Under them neons, she knows she'll be on those patch hardwood floors with dusted up boards, spinning all night long. And under them neons, if the band plays the right song, there's a real decent chance she'll be looking for 'cause the story don't end with the last chord from a band under them neon. Girl, you know you'll be on those past Harlan floors with dusted up boards, spinning all night long. And under them neons, if the band plays the right song, there's a real decent chance she'll be looking for a dance under them neons. I won't miss my chance when she's waiting for a dance under them neons. Under them neons, y'all.
Man. You want to introduce these guys back behind you tonight?
Yeah, let me do a little bit of a band introduction for you folks tonight. Over here on the lead guitar from Seattle, Washington, Mr. Jack Spear, y'all. Over on the other lead guitar from New Braunfels, Texas, Mr. Simon Hernandez. On the bass guitar tonight, making his first appearance with the Contraband, Mr. Cardis Wilkinson. From Stonewall, Louisiana. And from Waco, Texas, back here on the drums, we got Mr. Justin Cognito. Absolutely, man.
Man, great band. Okay, is there one that we haven't played yet that you guys love playing every night in the set?
That's a good question. Oh, yeah.
All right.
A little bit closer?
Yeah. We don't often get band requests. So when the
That's
band
right.
requests a song, we play it.
Yeah, I like it. This one right here, I wrote in my garage with my drummer. Not this drummer, an older drummer. And I took it to my dad one day. It actually was... It was called Hangover Heartburn before, and so everything was the same except for the hook was Hangover Heartburn. I took it to my dad, and he was like, "Yeah, that is not good, man. You got to get rid of that." And so I went back into the barn a little distraught, but we got another case of Coors and fixed it, figured it out. This one became one of my favorite songs to play, and it's one of my most listened to songs. This one's called A Little Bit Closer, y'all.
Was a glow and just a few more beers. She had a damn hero. The way she's moving across the floor had my attention since she walked through the door. I haven't had the chance to spin her around. I'm done patiently waiting for her to shut me down. Excuse me, could I have this dance? He's already had his chance, and the luck you were giving him couldn't get any colder. I'm just trying to see her angel wings a little bit closer. Two to the left, one to the right, millions of thoughts spinning through my mind like how many nights had she done this before, and am I the one that she's been looking for? Oh, please God, give me a sign. Is it luck, Lord, or is it divine? Excuse me, could I have this dance? He's already had his chance, and the luck you're giving him couldn't get any colder. I'm just trying to see her angel wings a little bit closer.
Okay. Are we having fun at Do-Si-Do tonight? Everybody doing good? Okay. Guys, I got to say thank you again to our sponsors for helping us make this show possible over the last 17 years. Behind every real estate transaction, there is a company making sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. And the best in town are my friends over at Chicago Title Houston. Would y'all wave your hands over there? Thank y'all for everything you do to help make shows like this possible tonight. I've got my friends, my representatives from Waste Connections back here. Waste Connections is a company based out of the Woodlands that does a whole lot for the community. They give a lot of money back to causes that help children, and they support things like music in the community. So Waste Connections, thank you guys for being here tonight and for helping us make this possible. And last but not least, my friends over at the Griffin Realty Group, which, by the way, I don't know if you saw this on your table or not, but okay, my buddy Cannon Brand, who came up here and opened this show, great singer, songwriter, and musician. You know, when we're writing songs, we all got to have day jobs until it takes off. Well, Cannon happens to work at the Griffin Realty Group, so that's why he's on this poster right here. And they have a real estate wealth building seminar that's going to happen tomorrow night. And my friend Joel Griffin, he spent years on Wall Street learning about investments, and he is now marrying that knowledge with what it means to get involved in real estate. And we're talking about an easy to understand approach to investing in real estate. And if you guys are from around this area, the real estate market has been crazy around here. And if you want to know anything about what's going on with real estate in Montgomery County, you need to look up the Griffin Group. So Joel and Christy, thank you for helping make tonight possible. We appreciate you. Appreciate all our sponsors.
That's right.
That have kept the train on the tracks for the last 17 years. How old were you 17 years ago?
Oh, I had to have been like, shoot, what is that? That'd have been 5.
So, see, when you were 5 years old, we were starting this show because we knew you would be here one day.
Who was your first guest?
My very first guest was my songwriting buddy. We used to collaborate on songs together when we were both at school at Texas A&M. And that's my buddy Roger Krager, and we sold out.
Shoot.
We sold out the very first Real Life, Real Music. Now, the stage was on that wall over there. Does anybody remember that? Did anybody come to Do-Si-Do when the stage? Yeah, it was on that wall. There were only 280 seats because there were no seats up here, and it was pushed in this direction.
Wow.
But the very first night of Real Life, Real Music, I mean, where's Gabe and all the managers? I think Michael Ford might have been here. You want to talk about overwhelmed. A place that had never been sold out before, and me and my buddy Roger got up and sang some songs, and they were hanging off the rafters in here. It was a fun.
That's crazy.
It was a fun night. That was in March of 2007. So, thank you, sponsors, for helping us make Real Life, Real Music possible.
That's right.
And I hope you guys will listen to it after the show. We'll let you know when this episode's going to come out. Okay. Now, Braxton.
Yes, sir.
After you were here last time, I had the honor of getting together with you and writing a song.
Absolutely, we did.
And I think needs to be on your next record.
Hey, I think so too. It's a pretty good one.
Y'all
Will
want
you
to
play
hear
it for
Y'all
us?
want to hear it? Yeah, I'll play my version of it if y'all want to hear it. Did anybody make any dumb decisions when they were younger? I promise that none of you made as dumb decisions as the 3 boys in this song. I can promise you that.
That's a
So, where were we? I drove out to the middle of nowhere to write this song with you. You were holed up in some trailer somewhere.
That's right. I was in old Castile, Texas.
Anybody know where that is? I didn't either.
It's a town of 8 people. It's in between Mason and Llano out there. And it's a great place to get away. You got to write country music in the country.
We did. And so I'll never forget, I walked in and I pitched the idea for this song to Braxton. And he came up with the first line to this song. And I thought, we are off to the races.
Oh, yeah.
This might work. This song's called Jesus on the Dash is the name of it. Hanging in the window of the First State Bank and Trust, a 6-man football poster. It's got all 3 of us. Johnny's girl is pregnant, Billy's bound for Uncle Sam. And one night in a mezcal haze, we found ourselves a plan. I knew where they kept the keys to the church down by the tracks, so we went and took the van, parked at the parsonage out back. What she lacked in speed, we thought she'd make up in surprise. A getaway through town, Second Baptist on the side. Somehow we convince ourselves things will turn out well. Searching for some heaven, turning up highway to hell. Looking for an easy way to get a little stash, with the devil in the speakers and Jesus on the dash. Staring at that bobblehead while the boys are still inside. Something must be going wrong, they're taking too much time. The patrol turns on main as they step into the light. We load the loot, aim the wheels towards the county line. But small town news travels faster than an old church van, between the sheriff and the DPS and a roadblock at the dam. Billy fires a few rounds to try and get a little slack. I guess we never stopped to think that they'd be shooting back. And somehow we convince ourselves things will turn out well. Searching for some heaven, turning up highway to hell. Johnny's in the backseat, bleeding on the cash, with the devil in the speakers and Jesus on the dash. When we hit that bar ditch, I knew the end was here. Felt like we rolled forever until it threw me clear. I slipped across the barbed wire and I headed for the sun, while Billy cried and emptied out his gun. Yeah, somehow we convince ourselves things will turn out well. Searching for some heaven, turning up highway to hell. Looking for an easy way to get a little stash, with the devil in the speakers and Jesus on the dash. Hanging in the window, the First State Bank and Trust, a faded wanted poster, but it's only one of us.
That is my mom's favorite one that we have written.
Well, your mama's got good taste.
That's something, right?
Well, put that on your record, boy. Because listen, I know this smoking band back here could soup that one up for us.
Oh,
and y'all could have some fun with that one.
100%.
Well, man, thanks for writing that. Let's write some more.
Let's do it. I'm down.
All right.
Coming to College Station.
Let's do it. All right. You pick one. I've kind of been leading you all over the place. I want you to pick a song that you want to play. Tell us a story about it.
Let me think of one with a good story then.
Oh, have any of you watched any of Braxton's, like the video blogs of him out on the road? Do any of you see those? Okay. Listen, I got a question for Braxton real quick. Now, every time I see Braxton, like if you ever meet him at the merch table or whatever, and he ever says like, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, takes his hat off, all that kind of stuff. That's the Braxton that I've met and that I know. But I watched an episode of your video blog the other day that was a different Braxton. Yeah. And it was a Braxton that was not happy after a show. Did anybody see that? Anybody see that video blog? You were not happy. And I now know that I do not ever want to be on the dark side of Braxton Keith. So tell us what happened there, because I can't even imagine you getting that mad but you did.
Well, I don't know. I'm big on respect. You know, that's why I love playing the do-si-do. And I appreciate y'all all so much because this is really the only place that you can come in Texas. I've been all over. And all over the other states. There's one other place that I can think of that comes anything close to this, and it's a quarter of the size, and it's the Bluebird in Nashville. And that's the only other place I can think of where you can go, sit down, everyone's quiet, and they get to listen to the stories of how the songs are written. So this is a very special thing that we get to do being here right now. So thank all of y'all. But also, I consider this kind of a sacred thing to be able to get up on stage and play. And I don't just go play anywhere. I don't need the money. I love this. And I'll do this because I love it. And so if somebody's being rude or disrespects any of us, then you get on my shit list. And
if you want to see what that looks like.
And I just got mad one day because we were being disrespected, and somebody just, basically what had happened was we had some gear that got pushed over by some people that worked at the venue because they were upset that it was in their way, which is totally fine as long as you treat my gear with respect. If it's in your way, ask me and I'll move it, or I've got a whole crew of people who will move it. And they pushed it out of the way and kind of cussed us out and walked on by, and I don't deal with that very well. So I told them that was crap and you weren't going to treat me like that. And basically the owner of the whole thing came up and just told me and the band that we were all liars. That didn't happen. And so I was like, that's one thing I ain't right there for sure. So we made a vow that, we weren't going to do that again. We're not going to be disrespected like that, and we won't play a show like that anymore. So that was just me kind of putting that out there. I didn't want to throw hate on the specific venue or anything like that, but I just for sure I'm going to be respected.
Yeah, for sure. And the moral of that story is be nice when you go to the merch table and meet Braxton. Okay?
I'm always in a great mood after the show. After the show, I'm going to meet all of y'all tonight. It's going to be a fun time. But I do appreciate, that's my favorite part of all these shows, is literally meeting all the fans and getting to hear like how my songs have impacted y'all's lives. Because the craziest thing is that at one point I was just a listener. In college, I was going to shows and listening to songs from other singers, and it was impacting me in such a way. And so it's cool to be able to be on the other side of that now. Yeah.
Well, cool, man. Well, if you haven't seen any of those, they're cool. His
Go
team,
check out the vlog. For sure.
I guarantee you, some of you guys will make the vlog. They're back there.
It will be on the vlog. In fact,
so,
the last Do-Si-Do was on the vlog.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was. And this time I made sure they were upstairs with the cameras, and I'm like thinking, Kyle, don't say anything stupid. It's going to make the vlog. That's what they do.
You never know when you're mic'd up.
So let's see. Catherine Riley.
Woo!
Where's Catherine Riley?
Catherine?
Catherine?
No Catherine?
Catherine Riley. Cameron Vandergriff. Are
Catherine,
any of these
is that
people?
Catherine right there? Catherine, you got to come down here. You got
to come
poster.
down here and get this poster. And where's Cameron Vandergriff?
Cameron, you right there?
Where you at?
Yep, come down here
you're
and
up
get
there?
you this
Okay,
poster.
come down this. And then Britton Kelly. Where's Britton?
Kelly. No way.
Yes way.
Yes way.
Yes way.
That's 100%,
okay.
Britton.
Will you pass those over there? You're going to get a handshake from Braxton and Keith.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
How about that? Okay. As Gabe said at the very beginning of the show, the best way to support an artist is to go shake their hand and buy a T-shirt or a hat or something like that. I don't know if Gabe gave his statistic tonight, and I don't even remember it exactly, but it's like the revenue from a T-shirt is equal to how many streams? Where's Gabe? How many? 5,000? Did he say that earlier? I just wasn't paying attention.
Dang, that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? So go buy a T-shirt or listen to Under Them Neons 5,000 times on the way home.
Yeah, here's all you got to do, folks. When you go to sleep at night, put it on replay. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Here's kind of the situation that we're in right now. You have to, unfortunately, pick the last couple of songs that we're going to hear tonight. So I'm kind of giving you the warning that you've got to narrow it down to a couple of songs so we can finish out the night here and let people come meet you over at the merch table. Before we do that, I just want to say that I hope you'll always come back here when you're putting out new records or have songs that you want to come talk about, because we just love you here, man. You're amazing.
Here. Thank you.
And it's fun from our perspective, and I know from a fan's perspective, when you get to come to a smaller venue. I mean, Cody Johnson came back and played this show. We got him one more time after he played the Astrodome. You know what I mean? So when you get to see an artist that's playing these huge stadiums and doing their full band thing, to come to an intimate place like this and get to kind of tap in to a little bit more of who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, and where it comes from is really special to us as fans. So thank you for taking time to come do this show tonight, and we hope you'll always come back, man.
I will always come back. This is my favorite place to play, for sure. I love the atmosphere in here, and the fans are always great when we come in here. And y'all, the staff treats us like family. So thank you.
You're welcome. Well, what do you want to play? Play us one.
Well, I think I'm going to play us... what are you boys thinking?
Give me a sunrise.
We're gonna do "Let Me Love You More," and then we'll give you a sunrise. Now this song right here, oh man, should I tell them or not?
Yes.
We just recut this song because I was unsatisfied with the way that it came out on my EP a long time ago. So you're gonna be getting a new version of this song pretty soon. But this is one of my favorite songs. I wrote this about my best friend in college who actually convinced me to start playing music live. Him and his girlfriend were going through a tough time, and they'd never been in a fight before. Imagine that. And he was like, "Man, I just don't want somebody who agrees with me all the time, though." I said, "Wow, you're looking for trouble, aren't you, buddy?" And he said he believed that there was somebody that loved her more than he was able to love her. So this song right here is called "Let Me Love You More."
Empty suitcase on the floor. She asked how long I'm leaving for. I said, "Darling, I don't know. Working keeps me on the road. Teardrops falling from her eyes. We begin to realize that I can never be everything that woman needs. Baby, please let me love you more. 'Cause I'm walking out the door. Chasing you was half the fun. I've got no race left to run. Let me love you more. I pray one day you will see. To love you more, I set you free. Wrapped up in his arms real tight. Sure I won't be on your mind. Let me love you more. Teardrops falling from her eyes. We everything that woman needs. Baby, please let me love you more. 'Cause I'm walking out the door. Chasing you was half the fun. I've got no race left to run. Let me love you more. I pray one day you will see. To love you more, I set you free. Wrapped up in his arms real tight. Sure, I won't be on your mind. Let me love you more. Let me love you more. Let me love you
Love that song.
Have y'all had a good time tonight?
Oh yeah.
Warner Records national recording artist Braxton Keith, right here.
Thank y'all.
Man. All right. We're going to come see you over at the merch table.
Yes, sir.
In just a minute after this last song. But I want to tell you thanks again from me, the staff at Real Life Real Music, everybody that's here tonight. Thank you for taking time out of your touring schedule to come hang out with us tonight.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for showing up and being the great crowd I expected y'all to be. Thank y'all so much. Y'all done a great job tonight. Y'all give yourselves a round of applause.
Hey, and if you like this format, 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to sit down for the first time with one of my favorite singer-songwriters, Mr. Mike Ryan, is going to hang out up here tonight, and there are tickets left. You can hop online and grab those, but come hang out with us again 2 weeks from tonight, October 2nd, Mike Ryan, right here on Real Life Real Music. So, man, you got to pick one to close us out with. I think you've already gotten the request, and you're already committed.
Yeah, this song right here I wrote, this was actually probably some of the first songwriting I did in Nashville. And I was writing, I know some of y'all have had to heard All the Soft Places to Fall, Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard. And I had that song in mind. And we went into the writing room, and I decided to write a lonesome, sad country song. And we ended up with Give Me a Sunrise, y'all.
To move, put on her jeans, look for her boots, and put on her purse. Gave me a nod, headed for the door. I gently took on her belt loop, said, "Why ain't gotta go so soon? Why don't you just stick around for a little while? Could you give me a sunrise, a little bit more of you Oh, I've got to cure it somewhere in my closet. I can make you a coffee or a hot chocolate, and I make a mean ham and cheese omelet if you wanna try. If you don't, that's alright. Could you give me a sunrise? A little bit more of your time. I live on the road, and I'm always alone. Could you give me a sunrise? You look even better in the daylight. I wouldn't trade last night. Could you give me a sunrise? I'm wore out and lonesome singing these songs. When I'm with you, I'm right where I belong. Could you give me a sunrise? A little bit more of your time. I live on the road, I'm always alone. Could you give me a sunrise? You look even better in the daylight. I wouldn't trade last night. But could you give me a sunrise? Just until sunrise.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Braxton Keith.
Thank y'all so much for coming out, and thank y'all for having me. We love the Do-Si-Do, and we will see y'all next time, folks.